Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Amos Norland of Dollar Bay High School up in the UP. How's it going?
It's going great. What about you?
I'm doing well. So let's talk about, of course, if you haven't been watching this channel lately, we've been having a lot of the MHSA scholarship winners on for the last few weeks, and we figured why not just get to know them and talk about their time in athletics as well as academics as well. So you actually have a game tonight. Of course, dressed up for the occasion. How's it overall? You got a big game traveling all the way to Hancock. How do you feel like you're going to do there?
Well, I think we beat Hancock the first time we played them this year, but they're getting better. Like every team is getting better. So it's really tough to say. But I think we should come out with a win. We've got a 3-game win streak as of now, and we hope to extend it to 4 after tonight. Okay. But we definitely cannot overlook them because they are a team that has quite a few assets that are getting a lot better.
So you run cross country.
Yes.
You also participate in track and field and also play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So far, what was like? Tell me about like the first your best moment from basketball. This can be from when you first started to now.
That's a really tough question. I think it's probably last year when we played a team called Ironwood, Michigan.
Okay.
It was a really intense game. It was the second time we played them that year. They beat us the first time by about 10. And with just a couple minutes left to go, it was a super close game. Ended up going to overtime, and then a second overtime, and then a triple overtime. And then we were able to win the game on an out of bounds play that we practiced just the day before.
Yeah.
And it was just an amazing feeling just to be grinding the whole entire game long and finally have it pay off at the very end. I think that was my favorite basketball moment.
Okay. How do you think your cross country career went at Dollar Bay?
Great, to be honest. When I was in 10th grade, we won finals. We've had runner-ups. This year we did not do completely as well as we have been in the past. We've lost a lot of great seniors, but personally I had the best season I've ever run. I didn't lose a single race, which was my goal after I won the first race. I was like, oh wow, let's try to win all of them.
So take me through a typical day for you.
Just any day, in the cross country or basketball season.
Really just any because the thing is you're always practicing, you're always doing things. Mm-hmm. What's a typical day for you, like a typical school day for you?
Oh, I wake up, do my morning routine, head on over to school with my mom, who's the superintendent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then I will just go to class, eat lunch, go to class, and then I'll do usually basketball practices right after school. And then it's typically just basketball, hard for 2 hours, and then free throws always after until I'm satisfied. And then it's really busy actually, with all the other teams that are playing. Like the girls basketball team is playing, so I always watch them, especially when it's a home game. So it's just school, basketball, more basketball, and then sleep. I think getting good sleep is pretty important.
Student council, NHS meetings.
Also, in a lot of the times at lunch during school, I will be in student council meetings or NHS meetings, both of which I'm the president of.
Nice.
It's nice. It does add some stress to the schedule, but I think it's really important to be in that position.
All right.
So yeah, that's pretty much my day.
Yeah. Obviously, of course, you've been in this school because obviously, with your mom being the superintendent. What's it like being a part of Dollar Bay High School and all that stuff?
I can't think of a single high school that I'd rather go to. Dollar Bay, it's a very small school, but its community is like family. Everybody knows each other so well. It's basically one big happy family. Everyone is just really nice to each other. Everyone's supportive of each other. like it's a, as I said, a small high school, only about 300 from kindergarten through 12th grade. Um, so there's like fifth graders going to cheer on the seniors at cross country meets. Like it's a really cool experience.
Okay, so hmm, so how long, like, you know, being a three sport athlete, what is that? What's that just like for you? Because the thing is, you're always constantly doing things, and
Mhm.
how do you manage like your time with school, with, and then just being an everyday kid?
That's an interesting question. Well, I try to use as much of the time in school as I can. Like I try to limit my homework as much as possible. I think that's a big thing. Like um I notice like whenever I have like too much homework, I'm like, oh wow, I'm not getting as much sleep. And then that results in like less like good work getting done in school and athletics like the next day. So I just say get a lot of the schoolwork done in school when you can. Of course, you're always going to have homework, so you can't get it all done
Right.
in school. But I think that's really important with um you just got to manage your time well, like plan ahead, so that like you can know, okay, so if I can practice then I have this time to do homework, this time to do whatever else I have planned, this time to schedule this student council meeting, you know. It's, I think most importantly it's just using the time to your fullest.
Yeah. So tell me about these student council meetings. Like, what specifically is your role there?
um well, it's pretty student led. We have like Spear Week every winter for homecoming, which is for basketball.
Right.
We need to plan all the activities for that, like dress up days, like float decorating, the dance. It's all about that. Also, we presented an exam exemption policy to some teachers to um, what's the word? So the policy was intended to increase the attendance in our school.
Yeah.
If students get 3 or less absences throughout the whole entire trimester, then they can be exempt from the class if they maintain the grade like required. So
Nice.
we presented that to the teachers. It was unfortunately turned down, but they are looking to instate it in the third trimester. Um, so we do that kind of thing. We schedule like the school picnics and events at the end of the year. Um, just everything that needs to be done, pretty much the fundraisers for the school. We're in charge of a lot of that. And as a president, I'm kind of like the spokesperson and get everybody's like voices in the meetings, help everyone understand what's going on, get all their input and ideas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's your hardest class that you're taking right now?
Um, hmm, Probably college algebra. It's a class that hasn't been offered before, but it's essentially just a class for like the higher level students to like prepare them for college math in the future. Um, like the work itself is like um pretty doable, but it's just like there's a lot of it. Like it's to prepare us for college next year, and it's like time consuming and it can get challenging sometimes.
Okay. Um, and finally, what's it just like to, be, you know, what are you gonna most remember about your time here at Dollar Bay as you go on to the next level? Do you know where you're going to college?
I'm not 100% certain, but as of now, I believe I'm going to go to Michigan Tech University and hopefully run cross country and track on the team.
Awesome. Do you know what you want to study?
I'd love to study exercise science or kinesiology in hopes to become a physical therapist.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
All right. And just finally, just talk about what this to be a part of, a lot of these teams, and what's that all meant to you as you kind of wrap up your tenure?
Well, I was like very fortunate to have like great community with all my teams. Like, and all the cross country teams I've been through, I couldn't ask for like a better group of people to be with. So it's just like really great to be able to do that and to succeed with them, to see them succeed and to see myself succeed together. It's just amazing. That's basketball, track, and cross country. I think just the community is something that like I'll really miss, but it's also gonna stepping up from high school cross country meets is going to be a lot different from college if I do choose to run in college, if I can run in college, that is. But overall, I think just the great community of our school and our teams is what I'll miss the most.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll definitely be and best of luck in all your endeavors, and we'll maybe definitely have you on again sometime.
Thanks, you too, Casey.